Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I am just going to do another short and sweet, hopefully helpful video for you guys. I am pre-recording these because by now, we will have had our baby. So if you are curious or want to see our baby or whatever, click on over to my Instagram. I'm sure I've been posting tons of pictures and videos and just behind the scenes stuff with our new baby. So go on over and check that out. And in the meantime, today I'm going to be talking about 3 first-time homebuyer mistakes that you're going to want to make sure you avoid. So let's just jump right on in. So number 1, and in my opinion, this is one of the biggest mistakes first-time homebuyers or just homebuyers in general can make, and it's not getting pre-qualified or pre-approved early on in the process. And the reason behind this is when you get pre-approved or pre-qualified, the earlier on the better, and that's because doing that just gives you a really good solid idea of what you can really afford and what your buying power is before you start looking at houses. So if you are doing that and you've already been looking at houses and you're deep into the process, it can just really throw you off because you don't have an accurate, solid idea of what you can really 100% afford. And that's just wasting your time. And honestly, it's hard because you can get your hopes up on a certain house or maybe a certain type of house, and then you find out that maybe that's just not really realistic for you right now. So I can't stress this enough, but please get pre-qualified or pre-approved early on in the process so you can just avoid that entire situation. The second mistake that I see a lot of people make sometimes, first-time homebuyers and just homebuyers in general, is getting too hung up on the idea of finding their perfect dream forever home. And I get it, of course, everyone wants to love their home that they're in and they want it to be everything that they want. But the thing is, no home is going to be perfect. I just did a video last week on a few things that you shouldn't compromise on when you're looking at houses, but other than that, there's gonna be things that you're gonna have to compromise on, and that's just how it is. And I think people get scared of buying a house because they feel like they're gonna be stuck in it, but the truth is, you can sell your house, you're not stuck in it. And if you find yourself in a few years wanting to move or wanting to maybe upgrade to a different house or wanting to just make a change, you can sell your house. You're not stuck in it. And so just keep that in mind when you're looking at houses. Of course, you know, there's going to be things that are deal breakers for you. There's going to be things that you really want in a house. But at the same time, don't get so hung up on the idea of finding your dream, just absolute perfect house, that it keeps you from finding something that you would actually be really happy in. And the third mistake that some buyers can make is not factoring in closing costs. I think a lot of people get really hung up on the idea of a down payment, and that makes sense. It's a big chunk of money, and that's just a lot to factor in when you're buying a house. But at the same time, you need to think about closing costs. And closing costs are usually an additional 3 to 4% on top of the down payment. So that's just something that's important that you need to keep in mind because you're not going to be able to buy a house without it. But I will say most states have down payment assistance programs. Here in Nevada, we have 2, and they're called Home is Possible and Home at Last. And if you qualify, you can actually get up to 5% of your closing costs covered. So that's a really helpful thing for a lot of buyers. But again, just something to keep in mind. Don't forget about closing costs. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope that was helpful and just gave you some things to think about if you haven't already. And if you're in the Vegas area and are thinking about buying and have any questions for me, feel free to drop them below or shoot me an email. And I'll leave my contact information in the description box below. And as always, if you just have any questions about real estate in general, or if you're in another state and are looking for a realtor, I would be happy to send you a referral. I have a lot of really great agents in other cities and states that I would be happy to link you up with. But yeah, in the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.